the first video of the day, why drinking is stupid. Personally, I like me a good drink. I'm not a heavy drinker, but we do actually have a stream coming up that's surrounded around drinking, so let's lock in. Now, wine, that's not something I like to indulge in. There's one bottle of wine I like in this world. I don't know the name of it. I'll throw up a picture of it right now. That's the only bottle of wine that I will ever drink.
Did you know in alcohol commercials, they can't actually drink the alcohol? Like, if you watch the commercial, they'll like put the drink up to their lips, or they'll be partying and they'll be having a good time getting drunk, but they can't actually show someone drinking alcohol in an alcohol commercial, which I think is telling of the entire industry.
I only know this because of that one Post Malone commercial. He's with a football player and they just can't drink on commercial. I didn't know that though.
But it has nothing to do with the rest of this video. I just couldn't find a place to put that fact. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, all right, I enjoy boozing. I like a good white wine, a High Noon, Bud Light every once in a while. I don't really like beer. Craft beer, icky, ew, get that away from me.
Honestly, like my brother's the type that's like, oh yeah, we got a craft beer. I'm like, I'm not drinking that. If I drink a beer, it has to be like Corona with lime. If it doesn't have lime, don't want it. Not gonna lie. You could say that I'm weird for that. I don't care. I will stick to seltzers all day, brother. Seltzers are the best alcoholic beverage besides liquor, in my opinion.
But let's all take a second and face the facts that alcohol is bad for you. Tucker, how could you say that? That's a completely new fact I've never heard about in my life. I thought alcohol was good for you. Burn the heathen. I mean, for real though. I mean, why do we keep drinking it? I'm gonna sound like a narc, but it's really bad for you. I mean, honestly, as a society, can't we get together and pick a drug that's not gonna make you fight your stepdad or hit a Jersey barrier going $120 on the freeway? Why do we keep drinking at bars and parties to feel confident?
The thing is, you know what? Let me let him finish talking.
For a few hours, and then the next day you literally feel like death. I mean, cost-benefit analysis, is it even really worth it at all?
I feel like everybody drinks because one, it's the legal thing to do. Two, it's a social thing. So we have places surrounded around drinking, aka bars. You do have certain restaurants and certain establishments that are based around, you know, smoking weed or whatever the case is. But alcohol is legal. You can't get fired for, well, I guess you could get fired from certain jobs for drinking, right? But majority of jobs, you won't get fired if your boss knows that you're drinking. On the other hand, there's jobs that if your boss knows that you're smoking marijuana, you are completely cooked. You're getting fired. I don't know why I said marijuana over weed, but that's just it's the same thing. It's the same case, applies all across the board. So with that being said, a lot of people would rather just drink because it's more socially acceptable rather than indulging in a little bit of the devil's lettuce. You feel me? That's really what it comes down to. I feel like if Bud was more socially acceptable, people would probably do that more because the consequences of, you know, smoking are a little bit less than drinking alcohol. You wake up with a hangover when you drink alcohol, but you know, when you're faded, you kind of just wake up a little bit more tired. That's my personal opinion.
This whole video I'm going to be fighting the urge to sound like a youth pastor, but you're going to have to deal with it. Okay, so before we get into the science of how alcohol ravages your body like a Viking on mushrooms, let's just break down the social reasons why it's a dumb idea. Number one, you're going to make an ass out of yourself every single time. You might think you're not going to, but you are going to make an ass out of yourself. Oh, Tucker, I'm no chump. I can handle my liquor, says the person who cannot absolutely handle their liquor. If you said that out loud, this is what you look like, and I don't respect this person.
I don't fully agree with this, okay? I have drank on multiple occasions and never made a fool of myself because I know how to handle my liquor. You know, there have been cases, you know, you get a little bit over ecstatic. Sometimes things get a little heated. You know, sometimes you get into a few little arguments off the Hennessy, but majority of the time, people who drink know how to handle their liquor. On the other hand, there are people who will make an ass of themselves every single time they drink. You just got to know who you're drinking with. That's what it comes down to.
The rest of us, I mean, good Lord, aren't we the worst? Aren't we the worst when we're drunk? Talking loudly, oversharing, thinking you're hilarious, thinking you're James Bond when really you're just James Corden. And then you wake up the next morning and you feel like garbage and every social faux pas you made last night flashes in front of your eyes like a PowerPoint presentation made of knives. Just straight pain to the dome. And speaking of pain, let's talk about the financial pain that comes with drinking. I mean, if you're drinking at home, that's not too bad. You can get a 6-pack of Leinenkugels for like $10 and just, you know, have fun. But drinking at home, home is close to drinking alone, and that's, you know, historically not great. So you go out, you meet some folks, try and have a good time in society, which is pretty hard without alcohol. You have a few beers, and you get a little loose, you decide, oh, I'm gonna treat myself to a nice little cocktail. A little bit more expensive, but it's gonna be worth it. Flash forward to the point where you've lost all sense of monetary value because you're too drunk and you bought 17 cocktails and you are shit out of luck. I mean, I lose all sense of the value of a dollar when I'm drunk. I am bad at that. And also, let's not kid ourselves, okay? Alcohol tastes yucky. Doesn't taste good at all. Honestly, it's probably the most disgusting and common thing a human adult puts in their body. Oh, but Tucker, you're just uncivilized, okay? You don't know the finer things of a nice $8 IPA with hints of chestnut and tinfoil in it. All right, Big Cat, maybe you do like a good IPA, but you're telling me you'd still drink that if there was no 8% alcohol by volume on it?
He's not wrong about all of this. When you are drinking, you tend to not really care about the financial burden that you're putting on yourself, because if you go to most bars inside of the United States, the drinks are usually around $15. That's a mixed drink. If you're going to the bar and getting a beer, that's $8. If you just go to the liquor store, you buy yourself a 12 pack or a 6-pack, you're probably paying maybe 18 bucks. That 6-pack is gonna be $12, but you're paying for one beer at the bar that costs $8. You know, so you're getting more if you just go to the liquor store rather than go to the bar. But when you go to the bar, it's a social experience. You're trying to be around other people. You're trying to meet other people. You're trying to have a good time. That's why people go to the bars. There are people who just go to the bars just so that they could get shit-faced. I would rather have people at my crib and then just drink here, but with my wife being pregnant, that's not available to happen at all right now. I also haven't gone to a bar in a while, but it's a social experience, bro. You don't really care about the money that you're losing at the end of the day, especially when you're drinking. Heavily drinking.
Drink that if there was no 8% alcohol by volume on it? I doubt that very much. I mean, real beer, not Bud Light, but real beer tastes like gross, stinky bread water, and wine tastes like a 20-80 split of rubbing alcohol and vinegar, and booze, like straight up booze. I would never drink straight up vodka again in my life. College Tucker has made his mistakes, and he has learned from them. I have nothing to prove anymore. It's okay.
Shots is straight up liquor. I mean, you know what? Maybe I'm different. Maybe everybody's life experiences are completely different. But I will never sit here and say that I'm not gonna drink, bro. Like it's something that I do when I'm with friends, with family, etc., because it just enhances the moment. But I don't need it. You feel me? If you do it to a point where you feel guilty about it and you know that you're wrong for doing it, you probably need to cut it out a little bit. But everybody's different. Like I said, my grandfather passed away from drinking too much, but it was excessive. I'm talking like a 30-pack he would down in a day. That's when you need to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I probably shouldn't be doing this.
It's okay that we drink just because, you know, it makes us feel fuzzy and forget about the horrors of reality. You don't have to pretend to be fancy when you drink. It's annoying. It's obnoxious. And also, all the injuries... all the injuries that come with getting drunk. How often do people hurt themselves while they're hammered? I mean, how many videos of white women have you seen on the sidewalk just absolutely beef it? It's very common. I mean, let's not even include the statistics of, you know, car crashes, because this is a fun video. That's not fun. There's also this thing called nocturnal aneurysm. I don't know how to say it, but it just means you piss yourself when you fall asleep when you're drunk, and shocking amount of the population does that. And it's weird that we don't talk about it. I mean, that's a big sign.
I have never, ever done that a day in my life. When people do things when they're drunk, they do not want to talk about it when they're sober because they are embarrassed. It's an embarrassing thing when you go make a fool of yourself and then you sober up and you're like, wow, what did I do last night? Blacking out is something that you shouldn't be aiming for when you are drinking. If you do aim to black out every single time that you drink, you probably shouldn't be drinking.
Fancy word for what this is. What I call it is Ben from high school syndrome. Ben, you ruined a lot of sheets in my house, and I had to keep explaining to my mother that the dog did it. That's fucked up. And the absolute worst thing about drinking is obviously the hangovers, but it's so common in society that we don't talk about how fucking horrible those things are. I'm gonna go into the science of hangovers in a little bit. We'll get to that, but let's just, you know, just think about it for a second. Oh, this generation's a bunch of pussies. Back in my day, we used to drink till 6 and then go to work at 7. Well, my generation's blood is half vape juice and half microplastics, so maybe we can't handle poison that much. We can't juggle all three of them. And I don't care, man. I cannot do hangovers. I get such bad anxiety and my body feels swollen and it's just poison. You know what, fuck it. I'm gonna talk about the science of hangovers.
Nobody ever told me that once you hit 25, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just a grandfather at this point. Nobody told me once you hit 25, the hangovers become insufferable, okay? I've heard it about 30-year-olds. I've never heard it about a 25-year-old saying that they have to take an entire day to recover from a night of drinking. That's me. It takes me a whole 24 hours to recoup. That's why I don't drink like that anymore. And plus, I have to drink a lot to get drunk. My college days were booze filled. I was boozing pretty hard in college, brother.
Oh, fuck me. So alcohol is, well, I've said it before, it's like the worst thing you could put in your body. And once again, I'm sounding like the sexy Dareline.
You know, Carlos is the throw-up king. We used to bend him over all the time.
Why would you say we used to bend him over all the time?
Only you can prevent forest fires, whatever the fuck he says, but you got, hear me out. Let's just look at forest, like the worst thing you could put in your body. And once again, I'm sounding like the sexy Dareline. You know, only you can prevent forest fires, whatever the fuck he says, but you got, hear me out. Let's just look at the science of what alcohol does to your body, and then you make the decision whether or not it's worth putting in your body. You probably still will drink because you're a degenerate, but just fucking pay attention.
True.
So number one,
True.
alcohol is classified by the World Health Alcohol is classified by the World Health Organization as poison and also a class 1 carcinogen. It's cancer juice. Say it with me, everybody. Cancer juice.
I find it really interesting how he is drinking throughout this entire video essay. He's doing an amazing job, even with the little stutters. I stutter and I'm not drinking, so.
Right. So ignoring that scary tidbit of information, let's think about how your body processes alcohol. So when you drink alcohol, your liver breaks it down at a steady rate. And that's why nerds will tell you that you drink alcohol like 1.5 drinks per hour so your body can handle it. But we're not fucking dorks. We're here to drink, baby. So when you drink to get drunk, you're just overpowering your liquor. Like 3 drinks an hour, that's gonna make your liver go like, yo, dude, slow down. And you're like, no, you fucking pick up because we're going hard tonight. You're just kind of bum rushing your organs into letting you have a good time, which is such an abusive relationship. I'm surprised my liver's not on Dr. Phil.
I eat a lot when I'm drinking. Usually when I'm drinking heavy, it's because I'm at an event or I'm out at a restaurant or something like that. So when I'm out, I'm eating a good meal. When I'm at a party, I'm eating a good meal. If there's food in my body, it takes me a lot to get drunk. And by the time that I'm 3, 4, 5 drinks in, I don't want to continue drinking because my throat feels like it's getting fucking melted. I don't like it. I just don't like the feeling of liquor just consistently going down my throat. I don't know why I'm stroking my shit like this, but my bad.
Your body's defense mechanisms, your blood gets filled up with alcohol and it goes straight to your brain. It slows down shit and also can kill brain cells, but now you're drunk, baby. Now it's a party. Oh, drowning your organs in lime juice added consequences. Who would have fucking thought? Drinking gets your blood pumping, ladies and gentlemen, and not in a good way. Not at all. Alcohol makes your blood vessels dilate and expand, which makes your heart have to go into double overtime, which makes everything fucky in your body. And the heart rate effect can last up to 5 days, 5 whole days. And if you do it enough, you can experience also these fun symptoms.
Liver disease, heart disease, bowel cancer, breast cancer, mouth cancer, pancreatitis. Pancreatitis? I've never heard of that one. Pancreatitis. What the fuck is that?
Huzzah! And the way this shit affects like the rest of your body is also no bueno. I mean, let's pretend you're an athlete. You're a fan of mine, so you're definitely not. But let's just pretend for the moment. You're in the gym pumping iron, or you're on the field playing polo, whatever the fuck. You won't be back to your athletic peak for 28 days after you're drinking. That's how badly...
That's crazy.
Alcohol affects your body. It can also cause hives, wheezing, sneezing, stuffy nose, diarrhea, weakened immune system, erectile dysfunction, diarrhea, dude. You poop a lot. And you might think, oh, I'll just get a good night's sleep after drinking and I'll be all bueno. Absolutely not.
Obviously, he's done the research about all of this. I'm just thinking back on my personal experiences and how certain things have occurred. You know, the good old whiskey dick is one of those. Most men go through this, you know, not to be TMI. You know, after a night of drinking and eating, it's not very good in the morning. I'm telling you. Just being honest.
Absolutely not. Alcohol does not let you sleep. Your brain is busy trying to scrub the poison off the sides of it like a cleaning lady with tickets to Harry Styles, aka desperately and quickly. Therefore, it's not focused on you anymore, buddy. It's dealing with other shit, so you're not gonna hit one REM cycle. You're not gonna get any of the restorative benefits of sleeping. So you're just kind of laying there unconscious for a while, which means you didn't sleep. And it also causes nightmares sometimes. Alcohol causes nightmares. It's the worst. If there was a new disease, a new pandemic that caused the effects of hangovers on unwilling participants, we would all be lined up for that microchip vaccine. There would be no hesitation. It is a horrible, horrible thing to deal with.
the worst drinks.
So I was a bartender. Fuck, spilled my drink. So I was a bartender for 5 years, and you can tell a lot about a person by the drink they order. And usually, I would hate them. Everyone has a favorite cocktail, but there's a lot of them that means you're a trashy piece of shit. So just know that if you order these specific cocktails, you are garbage, and your bartender is secretly judging you, and they probably hate you. Number 1, Long Island iced tea.
Disgusting. If you order a Long Island iced tea, you need God, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That thing is just a one-way ticket to Drunkville. One-way ticket to hell, dog. You are sick in the head if you get this shit on a regular day-to-day basis. If you walk into a bar and you say, hey, line me up a Long Island iced tea. What is wrong with you? Matter of fact, let me get 2. Are you serious right now, bro? You need help. I swear to God, you need help.
You piece of shit. My landlord just knocked on the door to give me a key, and I am shithoused at like 2 in the afternoon. All right, Long Island iced tea. You need 7 different liquors in a drink? Do you need that?
That's crazy.
You need that to get going there? Boozy McBoozhound? The problem with the Long Island iced tea is it sounds fancy, but it's not fancy. And the bartender has to run around opening up like 6 different bottles, and it's just obnoxious. It's just fucking drink like an adult. Manhattan? Ooh, we get it, dude. You're a business conglomerate. That's not the word. You're fancy. You have business meetings. You wear ties. You got a belt probably. A Manhattan only sounds fancy because it's called a Manhattan. You know why it's called a Manhattan? Because the ingredients are 2 things, then 1 thing, and then another 2 things, and that's the area code, 212 Manhattan. It's fucking, if it didn't have that name, it wouldn't be that fancy. And same goes for old fashions. Old fashions are stupid. They're like Manhattans, but they're a little less classy, but people still think they're classy, so a college kid will order one because he thinks he's an adult. You're not, dude. It's not good. Especially if you get a Wisconsin one. What the fuck is going on over there? Then we have the category of the super duper trashy ass cocktails, and those are
my 2 favorite drinks are a margarita and see, I don't even drink like that. I'm forgetting the second one, Casamigo Red Bull. Those are my 2 favorite drinks, but you cannot continue to drink Casamigo Red Bulls all night. You will wake up you won't even go to bed. You'll have too much Red Bull in your fucking arteries, bro. But that's why you have to take the margarita after the Casamigo Red Bull so that you keep the tequila running in your veins. But then after those 2, you get a bottle of water, you drink that, and then you start the cycle all over again. That's how you drink smart, ladies and gentlemen.
League of their own. Grateful Dead's, Garbage Can, Zombie, Adios Motherfucker, all of these dudes. Grow up. And I get the appeal of drinking a thing that tastes like juice with 17,000 hidden liquors in it, but you know, let's not be a dick to the bartender maybe. I don't want to serve you a drink that's gonna get you drunk in 2 sips, and then I have to get stiffed on the tip because I told you can't piss on the floor, sir. Whiskey sours? That's fucking gross. Why would you order that? If you get the whiskey with the mix.
Brother, he is faded. Holy shit, he is gone. Look at him. Kind of jealous, I'm not gonna lie.
In it, like whatever. Normal whiskey sours have eggs in them. I don't want to crack an egg as a bartender, and that's fucking yucky. Why are you doing that? I'm not a chef. I don't gotta get slime on my hands. I don't want to fucking deal with that, so, you know, just don't order that. Also, any type of bomb, you degenerate, like the Vegas bomb, the orange bomb, the Jaeger bomb, cherry bomb, what else? What are disco bomb? Whatever the fuck. Grow up, dude.
Yo,
are you 30 ordering that?
Lost.
Are you at a club? Are you at table bottle service, you pussy? Bunch of fucking losers. I don't think I can fucking finish this video. I'm gonna at least lay down for a little bit before hi, baby. Hi. Oh my goodness. Hello. I love you.
The aftermath.
So I'm fucked up. I'm pretty painfully hungover, and I shouldn't have did what I did, but I've given up on making that end of the video I really thought I was gonna make, and I've come up with
no way. Okay, so you know what? He's put a lot of effort into this, though. The fact that he was able to withstand all that alcohol that he consumed, finished up most of the video, and now he's gonna talk about the hangover because that's what he's going through. Good effort. A for effort.
The new idea. Since I'm in currently the state of peril that I am, I thought that I would try a bunch of different hangover cures and see if any of them work. A lot of them seem pretty disgusting, but I'm here for the content. But if I puke, you're gonna have to just deal with that, okay? All right, so apparently in Puerto Rico, it's tradition to put lemons under your armpits. I don't know what the fuck that's all about. Apparently it's...
I'm Puerto Rican. I have never heard of that a day in my life. The best remedy for not getting a hangover, you have to do it before you get the hangover, is just use liquid IV inside of a bottle of water, chug that bitch right before you go to bed, you're waking up, you're feeling amazing, brother. That's the best remedy that I could ever tell anybody when they've drank enough that they're going to have a hangover the next day. Just use a liquid IV the night before. You're good. Don't use a liquid IV. Don't drink any water. Have a good day. You are not going to be okay tomorrow.
Apparently, it's supposed to prevent the effects of dehydration and headaches. Will prevent or stop. Guess I'm a little late to this, but I did buy a lemon, so I'm just gonna go and put those under my armpit. Probably, I don't know how much lemon I should be putting. I'm not gonna put both of these fucking chunks on my armpits, am I? Let's just do some classic slices. There we go.
That's not going to help, bro.
Ooh, it's cold. Oh, fuck. And number 2. And there we Is it supposed to burn? Oh god, it's acidic. I forgot. Fuck, it hurts. Was I just supposed to put like a whole lemon under my armpit? Or like a slice? Oh my god, this is such a bad idea. All right, next up, what am I doing? We have the prairie oyster, which is an American thing apparently. Worcestershire sauce, tomato juice, vinegar, and hot sauce. Well, that's just a Bloody Mary.
Is that what a Bloody Mary is? If you drink Bloody Marys, I got something to tell you. You are disgusting. That sounds atrociously bad.
With a raw egg instead of... So I'm gonna do that on camera for you guys now. So I just bought Bloody Mary mix instead of all the specific ingredients because I didn't want to buy all those things, and also this isn't gonna work. So what's the fucking point? So we'll just go ahead and fill this up right to the little Massachusetts thing, I guess. There we go.
I just hate how Bloody Marys look. They just look like straight tomato juice. Isn't that kind of what it is, bro? It's just straight tomato juice. That's gross.
Oh, should I put ice in this? Ah, fuck, it doesn't matter. And then we have 1 egg. Huzzah. Yeah. Yep, that's what daddy likes. Yeah, absolutely. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I can't do like snot shit. I can't do like boogers. There we go. Nice. That's what I want to see. I mean, it doesn't look too different from where it was. Okay, I gotta get the balls because it touched my lips and that's made me almost gag. It's so chunky.
Oh.
Okay, we're good. We're fine. That was almost a thing, but it wasn't. Uno, dos, tres.
I hate seeing throw up. I hate hearing people throw up. Oh my god.
That didn't work. There is no lining in this bucket either, if you can't tell. So that's great. So go ahead, guys. Go ahead and drink. Go ahead and ruin your lives by accepting society standards of what drug you can do. I think we should bring back opium dens. That's what I think. Opium. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hi, kitty.
Saying that is crazy. Shout out to Big Tug for the video, though. This was a funny one. It was a good one. I kind of agree with a lot of what he says, but kind of don't agree with a lot of what he says. Let me know what you think inside of the comment section. I'm gonna talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.
I don't think this love for me. I don't think you the one for me. I don't think you see me when you fucking up all in your dream. I don't think you got trust for me. Just ain't what I see.